Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and my name is Sakshi. So probably this gonna be my first video for the YouTube, learned few skills. So the topic for today is quadratic equation. We'll learn about quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. What are quadratic equation? And we do few example. How do we factorize quadratic equation? So basically the equation, like in general I can say which equation are in the form ax square plus bx plus c. This expression, like this equation, is called the quadratic equation when the degree is 2, right? The degree is 2. What is degree? Degree is maximum exponent of a variable, maximum exponent, right? If I write like only 5x square plus 3x plus 7, right? This is a quadratic equation. What if I write only 5x square plus 7? Is that a quadratic equation? Yes, of course it will be a quadratic equation, because we can write it like, see, 5x square plus 0 times x plus c, right? So you can compare this with the general notation, right? So these are called the quadratic equation. Next is, how do we factorize a quadratic equation? If I write, for example, x square plus 10x plus 16. So we'll learn how do we factorize a quadratic equation. X square plus 10x plus 16, when you compare it with the general notation, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and you find out the values. A equals to 1, yes. B equals to 10, yes. And C equals to 16, right? A is equals to 1 because the coefficient of x square is 1 here. So the very first step is to multiply A and C. Find the product of AC, that is 1 times 16 equals to 16. So that number plays very important role here, 16. We'll write down 16, like 16 is a product of 1 times 16, yes, of course. 16 is a product of twice of 8, 2 times 8, right? 16 is a product of 4 times 4, right? And also minus 1 times minus 16, minus 2 times minus 8, minus 4 times minus 4. Now we have to figure it out which pair, like maybe 116, 2 and 8, 4 and 4, which pair out of these 6 pairs can give me the value of b. What is the value of b we have here? See, b equals to 10. Yes. So which pair, when I add them, can give me 10? So I can see 2 and 8. If I add 2 plus 8, that will give me 10, right? So I will pick this pair. Okay, just ignore the rest and come back to the statement, to the equation. X square, write down x square as it is. Write down 16 as it is. And the middle term, that is 10x, she will write 10x as 2x plus 8x. Remember these two numbers, 2 and 8. So you will write 10x as plus 2x plus 8x. Now we had a 3-term equation, 1, 2, 3, and now we have a 4-term equation, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you will look at the first 2 terms and find what do we have common in these 2 terms. I can see x is common, so I will take out x. 1x is out, we are left with x plus, and from here 2. Now our main goal is to make the second bracket exactly same, exactly like the first one. So what we can take out to have x plus 2 in the second bracket? Of course 8 plus 8 is out, so I have x plus 2. Look, they're exactly same, x plus 2, x plus 2. Now we have a two term, one term, second term. Now what is common in these two terms? X plus 2 is common, so I am taking x plus 2 out. X plus 2 is out, and we are left with x plus, and from here 8. Right, so factorization is done here. Now let's do one more example. Let's say x square minus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. Alright, first of all we know a is 1 here, again b is minus 3 here, and c is 2. So the first step is find AC. AC is 1 times 2, that is 2, right? So 2 is a product of, yes, 1 and 2, 1 times 2, and minus 1 minus 2, right? Because minus 1 times minus 2. Alright, but which pair out of these two, 1 and 2, which pair can give me minus 3, the value of b, when I add them? When I add the first one, 1 plus 2, I get only 3. But when I add these two, that is minus 1 plus of minus 2, right? Minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3, right? So I will pick this pair, minus 1 and minus 2. Go back to the equation, write down the first term as it is, x square, write down the last term plus 2 as it is, rewrite, rearrange, or I can say the split the middle term into the chosen numbers. Minus 3x, I can write minus 2x minus x. So we'll find out what do we have common in the first two terms and in the last two terms. Here I can see x is common. I will take x out, and 1x is out, 1x is left. X minus 2 minus x is out, 2 is here. And from here I can see minus 1 I can take out, because I need my second bracket exactly the same the first one. So I'm taking minus 1 out. So it will be x minus 2. It was plus 2, you know, like minus of minus 2 is plus 2. Alright, a plus having 2 minus. So 1 minus is out, 1 minus stay with 2. So now I can see x minus 2 is common. I'm taking that out. X minus 2 is out. Alright, x minus 2 is out. And we are left with x, this x, and minus 1, minus 1. If the equation equals to 0, that is equals to 0, factorization is done. Now we'll find out what are those two values of x. If it is a quadratic equation, we'll be having two values of x, right? If the product of two numbers is 0, that means either one of them or both of them are 0. So I will put x minus 2 equals to 0, or x minus 1 equals to 0. So from here it is x equals to 2. From here it is x equals to 1. And you will see when you put these two values into the equation, it will satisfy, right? So there is a question for you. Please tell me the factors of 5x square plus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. Alright, thanks for watching.